evening, Tiffin, and welcome to another broadcast of WHEI News Center 10 live at 5.
Today's program is brought to you by the Department of Communication and Theater Arts from inside the Media Communication Center at Heidelberg University.
News Center 10 live at 5 is your #1 campus source for bringing you the latest news around the state, around Tiffin, and around the Berg.
Be sure to stay tuned in as well tonight for our Social Spotlight segment, as we check out the pulse of Berg students and find out what they're thinking about on the hottest topics.
Coming up, a famous a cappella group will be visiting Akron.
And also, we will give you the latest update on Avenue Q.
We'll also catch up on social media trends and check out the latest news in Heidelberg sports.
Don't touch that remote.
WHEI News Center 10, live at 5, starts now.
Good evening, Tiffin, and welcome to WHEI News Center 10 live at 5 for the 23rd of September. I'm Laura Bayda.
And I'm Dan Klish. Let's get to our first story of the night.
We say pentatonics, you say excited. The 5-member a cappella group has skyrocketed to fame thanks to a 2011 The Sing-Off win, numerous YouTube videos, and a loud and loyal fan base. The group, appropriately named Pentatonics, consists of Kevin, Scott, Chris, and Abby. Today, the group released a major album, and they are currently working on a much-anticipated Christmas album, all while being on national tour. Pentatonics will be making a stop to perform at E.J. Thomas Hall in Akron this Sunday, September 28th.
An aggressive fire woke those who were living in the Commons at Victorian Village in Columbus at 8:30 this morning. The fire was said to have devoured the floors, the walls, and eventually the ceilings around the 42-unit apartment building. Columbus's own TV10 reported that many people have had to leap out of their second and third-story windows to avoid the smoke and flames. It took over 160 firefighters to combat the fire, which had made putting it out internally impossible. Despite the devastation of the fire, only 10 victims had to be taken to the hospital, and all those who were displaced by the fire are now able to stay in a shelter just opened by the Red Cross. An upcoming marathon in Akron reminds many that life itself can be a marathon. Among the 14,000 that have registered to run this Saturday are trained athletes who plan to either complete the marathon or do a relay portion, individuals who want to begin a new workout regimen, and families and friends supporting their loved ones. If you feel compelled to register, the online entry is closed, but you can still print out a submission form and bring it to the race with you on Saturday. If you don't plan on running, maybe stop by anyway and hand out water, encourage runners, and most importantly, show your support.
A Minerva woman died Monday evening after the SUV that she was riding in went off the road, struck a ditch, and rolled several times. 37-year-old Sabrina M. Clark was the front seat passenger in a Ford Explorer that went off the right side of the road on State Route 183 South. Reportedly, she was not wearing a seatbelt. However, the driver was wearing a seatbelt, only for minor injuries. State Highway Patrol have said alcohol was not a contributing factor, but the crash is still under investigation. That wraps up our local news segment for the day.
But don't go anywhere, because we'll have your biggest campus news stories on the other side of these short messages.
Hi, I'm Kelsey. And I'm Brianna. And you're watching WHEI TV10. Have fun!
Student programming from the Media Communication Center at Heidelberg University.
We are America's swim team, united by goggle marks,
dry skin,
and webbed feet.
Separated by seconds,
bound by friendships.
We have superhuman powers, superhuman lungs,
superhuman strength. And we love
that after the chlorine wears off
and the water drains from our ears,
we are still America's swim team.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
I am.
We are America's swim team.
Sergeant Michelle Garcia served meritoriously in Iraq and has the medals to prove it. Corporal Richard Stokely took the skills he learned in Vietnam and put them to good use as a paramedic. But soon after leaving the military, these veterans faced homelessness. Even after Michelle lost all her savings, and even after Richard battled alcoholism for years, they both reached out for help when they needed it most. A simple phone call put them in touch with a trained professional from the VA. If you know of or are a veteran in need, make the call.
Dad, wait till you see the bike we got for Jake.
Hearing loss happens gradually with age, making it easy to ignore. Yet most older Americans aren't getting their hearing tested. Hearing loss can keep your loved ones from enjoying what they cherish most.
Dad, can you hear me?
Don't let that happen. Speak up about hearing loss. You'll be glad you did.
Welcome back to News Center 10, live at 5.
Let's get started on our Heidelberg campus news segment. Do you believe in ghosts? Some people here on the campus may think so after hearing this. Among the many rumors of haunted places on campus, France Hall is home to perhaps the most popular stories. Reportedly, murders took place on 2 separate occasions in 2 different rooms on the same hall. However, the most well-known on-campus ghost story is that of a girl named Ellen. It's been said that some years ago, a Heidelberg student named Ellen hung herself in France Residence Hall. Ever since then, screams, footsteps, and laughing have all been heard and attributed to the specter. Current France Hall resident Michelle Porter says some weird things have happened to her personally.
I've heard she's known for unlocking and locking doors, and that's happened to me before.
Maybe, as Halloween rolls around, more questions will be answered about the France Hall haunting.
The fall musical, Avenue Q, is prepared to open next month, Thursday, October 23rd at 8 p.m. in Gunlock Theater. The musical is intended to bring up different issues that people are uncomfortable talking about. Avenue Q will be done with the Sesame Street-like puppets. The music will also sound like many different Sesame Street songs. However, the content is anything but what your parents would like you to watch in the morning before going to school. There will be many adult themes expressed through these puppets, instead of seeing the Heidelberg faces that you're used to seeing. Assistant Professor of Chorus and Music Education, Dr. Daniel Clark says preparations for Avenue Q are going well.
They're going really well. We spent the first 2 weeks doing just music, so it's not learned all the way, but it's definitely in a really good spot. The past 2 weekends, Sunday and Monday, our choreographer came in, so all the choreography is done. And today we will actually be running the second act to finish the blocking. So once all the blocking and everything is done, and the blocking is just where the characters and the actors move on stage. Once all of that is done, we'll start running acts, and then we'll be in pretty good shape.
We are pleased to announce that Google Hangouts are now available to all Berg app users. Google Hangouts consolidates all messaging solutions into one that is available from anywhere. Hangouts help you stay connected no matter where you are or what device you are using. You can send and receive messages, make video calls, and share your screen from the Hangouts app on your computer, mobile phone, or tablet. To get started with Google Hangouts, visit the Google Apps Learning Center.
So are you excited to watch Avenue Q?
I am. It's a pretty raunchy show.
Yeah, I haven't seen the musical itself, but I've seen clips of it on YouTube, so I'm pretty excited.
I mean, have you heard some of the songs?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty raunchy. I hope everyone goes to see it. That's all we have for Berg's Campus News today. We'll get into all the latest news and stories from around the social media world next.
News Center 10, live at 5. We'll be right back.
You're watching WHEI TV 10, student programming from the Media Communication Center at Heidelberg University.
You show your smile to the world every day, but nearly 4 out of 5 Americans say they would smile a lot more if their teeth looked better. The good news is, healthy teeth can be safely and affordably corrected at any age. Advances in orthodontics have made the treatment more successful and comfortable than ever.
Only orthodontists receive 2 to 3 years of education beyond dental school to learn the proper way to align and straighten teeth. To learn more, visit mylifemysmile.org.
It makes me feel happy and excited because I have a mentor in my life.
It makes me feel good because I know, I'm helping someone.
The first time I see her smile, I knew it's going to be a better year and a better day. She has changed my life. Now I can be whatever I want to. She taught me never to give up, and I never will. Mentoring works. Become a mentor.
Hi, I'm Lourdes Stefan, host of Univision's Sal y Pimienta. Cancer doesn't just change the way you feel, it changes the way you look. From losing your hair, even your eyebrows, to changes in your skin and nails, cancer treatment can rob you of your confidence and self-esteem. But Look Good, Feel Better changes all that. More than 800,000 women have learned how to address the appearance side effects of cancer treatment through our workshops. Visit lookgoodfeelbetter.org to find a free workshop near you. Let Look Good, Feel Better help you feel like you again.
I was afraid of that.
Well, guess it's time to get you fixed.
Your pets will start fooling around sooner than you think.
Go on, get out of here!
Accidental litters lead to millions killed in shelters each year. Help prevent more. Fix at month 4.
Hello, and welcome to our social segment. Let's check out what's trending today in the world of social media. It looks like Magic Mike is dancing by himself. Oscar winner Matthew McConaughey will not come back as a charismatic, exotic dance club owner in Magic Mike XXL. While girls loved seeing him in the first Magic Mike, McConaughey is signing off. The road trip sequel will feature most of the original cast, including Channing Tatum, Matt Bomer, Joe Manganiello, and Kevin Nash. The movie is set to open on July 3rd, 2015. Entertainment is taking a step into academia as Lady Gaga is following scholars like Charles Darwin right into the history books. In the new 8th edition of Oxford Dictionary of Quotations, you can find Gaga's famous "just trying to change the world one sequin at a time" quote among the many greats. The Poker Face singer's famous words will now appear next to those of historical figures such as Charles Darwin, Edith Thompson, and J.R.R. Tolkien. Now let's take a look at some of the upcoming events happening at the Berg this week. Well, that's all we have for our Social Spotlight segment tonight. Let's send it back over to Laura and Dan at the news desk.
Thank you, Stacey.
So I was looking at that graphic there, and this weekend on Sunday, it's Family and Parents Weekend. Is your family coming up?
No, they're not. What about yours? I know you're from New York. But...
See, my family's 8 hours away, so they're not going to be coming.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, it's time to throw it over to Stacey again to take a look at today's top sports stories.
Hello again. Heidelberg's nationally ranked Student Princess football team suffered defeat on Saturday when they played their highly anticipated game against John Carroll University. Although the Blue Streaks won for the second year in a row with a score of 43-16, Heidelberg still saw several bright points in the game. An early touchdown by Heidelberg's Clay Staub energized the Student Princes, and the third quarter introduction of quarterback John Sandwich helped to boost the score. However, John Carroll's offensive was strong throughout the game and led to their win. What does this mean for Heidelberg's season? Coach Mike Hallett remains optimistic.
Special teams, we did a really nice job blocking some kicks and getting some good returns in our kickoff return game. There was plenty of good plays, but just not enough of them. They out-executed us for the day, and so, our job is to go back to work and get ready for the next one,
The Student Princes will play their next game against Ohio Northern University this Saturday at 2 p.m. In every major men's sport, there are usually cheerleaders. Here at Heidelberg, cheerleaders are a huge part of men's athletics. Heidelberg athletic programs have been around since the beginning of the university. Oddly enough, no male cheerleaders have been seen in a while. There aren't any rules against male cheerleaders, and no one really knows why there aren't any today. Let's hear what head coach Krista Canner has to say about it.
In the past, I know there has been some male cheerleaders. Since I have been the head coach, we have not had any. We haven't had any try out, but we would welcome them.
Heidelberg Cheer would love to have more males go out for the team, so don't be afraid to give it a chance. If you have any questions, you can contact Krista Canner. Go Berg!
Thanks, Stacey.
So, have you ever thought about being a male cheerleader?
In fact, I have. I thought about doing it in high school, but I haven't thought about doing it yet for Heidelberg University.
Why not?
Because I'm a broken athlete.
Fair enough, fair enough. When we return, a Florida woman gets a bizarre surgery.
Student programming from the Media Communication Center at Heidelberg University.
A healthy diet and plenty of exercise are keys to success, both on and off the ice. Teaching kids how to eat right will give them the fuel they need to be at their very best.
Growing bodies need lots of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, lean protein, and low-fat dairy to be healthy and strong. A registered dietitian can work with your family to help you create nutritious meals you will love.
And don't forget to exercise for at least 60 minutes every day. Visit kidseatright.org for more information.
Minds can achieve anything. We make sure they get to college. Federal Student Aid provides more than $150 billion in grants, loans, and work-study funds to make college possible for anyone with a mind to get there. Because if given the chance, minds will do great things. Federal Student Aid, a proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
I'm Sandra Fry. I'm a union bus driver, and I'm also a mom. During 17 years with Greyhound, I've covered over 2 million miles. My job is to safely bring families together. I love the open road, but I never forget that a drowsy or careless driver could be right around the next curve. Drunk driving is the deadliest of all. As a mom and as a bus driver, I have a message for you. If you drink, don't drive.
Welcome back to WHEI News Center 10, live at 5.
Let's get to our last story of the night.
A Florida woman reportedly spent $20,000 to get a third breast surgically implanted on her chest in an attempt to look less attractive to men.
When asked why she got the surgery done, Jasmine Tridevil's response was, I don't want to date anymore.
Tridevil also hired a camera crew to follow her around so she can pitch a reality show to MTV.
She reached out to more than 50 doctors before one of them agreed to perform the surgery.
The operation reportedly involved taking skin tissue from her abdomen, adding silicone implant, and grafting it between her two pre-existing natural breasts.
That's a pretty bizarre story there.
Yeah.
I definitely wouldn't find that attractive.
I mean, so it must be working for her then.
Right, and I find it ironic that her last name's Tridevil, and now she has three breasts.
Yes, I was reading some of the stories for this, and her parents are quoted in some of the articles, and her parents were talking about, they're not happy that she's doing this, and they were talking about how it was funny that her name's Tridevil, and she has three boobs. It was not. Okay. Thank you for watching WHEI News Center 10 live at 5. Our program tonight was produced and presented by the Department of Communication and Theater Arts from inside the Media Communication Center at Heidelberg University.
Thank you for watching today's newscast. Be sure to tune in for tomorrow's broadcast at 5 p.m.
I'm Laura Bayda.
And I'm Dan Klish.
And on behalf of Stacey and all the WHEI production crew, we thank you for watching.
Yeah. I would have laughed.
Way over here.
I would have laughed.
Steve, so